What's going on, guys? Welcome to another YouTube video. In this video, I'm going to give you guys 5 things to do as you guys get into your college football 25 journey. I know a lot of you guys got the early access, so if you haven't done these, go ahead. And if you guys are waiting for the game to come out officially, which is in a day or so, you can do these when the game drops. All right, we're going to actually do something backwards. Honorable mention, if you accidentally have the menu narration on, go to settings, go to accessibility.
Accessibility screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
And as you guys can see, she will talk in your ear if you don't turn this off. So turn that off immediately. It is very annoying. Make sure you do that. Let's get into the actual list. First thing up, I want to talk about is settings. You have to figure out what type of passing settings you are going to like in this game. You're going to use in this game, all right? So there's a bunch of different options here. There's classic passing, which is just the regular controls that you're used to in the older games. You do not want to use this. Take this out of your list. Take this out of an option. Do not use this. Do not use classic passing. Revamp passing is new. So this is where you see that blue. You saw that like in the gameplay previews or gameplay deep dives that we saw from EA and their team. They were using revamp passing. It's okay. I've looked at it and I felt like, just off of me watching, like seeing where the ball is placed, I don't know if it's going to be as user friendly as the next option I give you. So I would say this is your second best option as far as passing goes, but go ahead and try it. If you like it, then go ahead and go with it. Revamp would be second option. Placement is not where you want to be. You want to be on placement and accuracy. This is the freeform passing that you're used to on Madden in this previous edition. Placement and accuracy is AKA freeform. This is an amazing way to pass the ball. I suggest you guys take a look at this and give it a try. Okay, so placement and accuracy, definitely take a look at that as far as your first setting that you want to mess with. All right, the second thing that I want you guys to take a look at when you get a chance is going in here and learning some of these new features, right? So the first feature that I want you guys to take a look at, we'll just go ahead and call this play right here. It's a new feature in the game that they just added. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and show you guys exactly what that is, but it's custom route stems. It's something that I have not myself even implemented into my game, but I definitely think it's going to be a game changer once you figure out a game plan and figure out which routes you really like and at which depth. All right, so for instance, X, he's on a deep dig route here. You see him running it to around the 20, in between the 25 and 26 yard line on the left side of your screen. What you want to do is you're going to press Y, and then you're going to press his button, which is X, and then you're going to go to custom stem, which is LB. All right, I hold it. I don't know if you can just tap it, but if you hold it, you can then press down on the D-pad to bring his route shorter and towards the line of scrimmage. You can see him running it right here at about 4 yards, and then you can go all the way up if you want, right? So if you press up, you're gonna run it all the way to the goal line if you'd like, or even into the end zone. You can run it into the back of the end zone, apparently. So this is gonna be very, very good for offenses going forward. I think once you figure out what your opponent, so say your opponent likes to run, and let's just say he's running 10s. I'm sorry, say he's running 10s. Okay, so let's just say his cornerback's sitting underneath it. You want to run this out route a little bit deeper. You're gonna go ahead and highlight him, go to custom stem, and you're gonna put this past him, right? So you can put it going to the 20. If you think that running it to the 25 is somewhere that you could freeform it in, you can go ahead and do that. But these are going to be ways that you want to, these are going to be routes that you want to implement in your offense once you figure out, again, your opponent's weaknesses. Maybe there's something that a route combo that you really like when you have a deeper route out there or a shorter route out there. So definitely take advantage of this when you start playing the game. All right, so another thing, custom stems do not work for every route. So let's see, like RB on the right side of the field, we're going to go ahead and try to custom stem that. His doesn't really work. Actually, it's weird because it lets you go deeper, but it doesn't let you run it shorter. I'm pressing down, but this is the shortest you can run it. So again, it's a little, I wouldn't say buggy, but not every route is able to do the same things, right? So this hitch route is able to go short, and you're able to extend the hitch deeper into the field. Now let's look at the post on the right side of the field. again, this is able to bring short, or you can run it deeper. So play with it, experiment with which routes you like. There's a ton of creativity out there that you can come up with now with all these custom routes, and you having the hot route master quarterbacks now, where you can hot route every route in the game. All right, that's the next thing that I want you guys to do. The third thing on the list that you guys need to get used to, or we'll jump right into it, the running moves. All right, they have changed a little bit. My favorite one so far is going to be the juke move while holding the right trigger. Okay, so you hold the right trigger, and as you're sprinting, this has been the best juke for me in the game thus far. All right, so if you look here, you're gonna see him take a big step to the left when he jukes. Now, if you don't hold the right trigger, he's gonna be doing a smaller juke. As you guys can see here, you see that little side step he does. That one is not what you want. I really want to give you guys a difference because in game they feel completely different. So that's just so slow without the sprint, and then watch when I hold sprint how much quicker and explosive it seems to be. That's just way more explosive. So all right, the next move we're going to talk about is a spin move. You got to really figure out which spin move you like. Do you like holding the sprint button? This is with holding. I'm holding sprint. You get a little bit more control than you do when you don't hold the sprint. If you just go without holding it, like, it's a little bit tighter. It seems quicker, but you don't have that wide change of direction, in my opinion. So I personally like holding the sprint button. Again, this would be something that you experiment and see how you want to string these moves together. You could also like double juke like this, left and right, and then you have really good movement, just your left stick as well. All right, the next thing that you should do, so number 4 on my list, is really get familiar with the switch stick in this game. Again, I'm gonna go ahead and call a basic play here for the computer. And what I want you guys to do is look at the defensive side of the ball and look at how I'm able to cycle through defenders. I'm gonna start on my middle linebacker. If you flick your right analog to the right, you're gonna get a defender on the right of you. So it's either gonna put me on him or it's gonna put me on the far right corner. There's ways to kind of manipulate it to where you know who you're gonna get on, and that just comes with practice, right? So if there's a way that I could get this guy to go straight to the flats, you flick it down and to the right maybe, and then this would be, if he goes into a deep zone, it would be down, it would be right and up, right up and to the right. So I'm gonna flick to the right and you'll see who it puts me on. Okay, so Ron Kaiser, stand still, hopefully the computer snaps it. Flicked it to the right. Now I'm on the purple on the right side of the field. All right, so switch stick again. I put hard flat, so I'm gonna move him way down here, and I'm gonna flick up and to the right now, and hopefully it gives me my deep blue on the right side of the field. Let's see if it does. Nope. It put me. So I flicked up, and it felt like I flipped up and to the right, but it put me on my free safety above me. It put me on this dude up here. So let's see again. Again, I have a hard flat, maybe hard flat on the right. Maybe I didn't flick in the right direction completely. Nope. See, so it's a little bit hard to know where you're gonna go, but if you do it quick enough, you're gonna get to your destination by just getting familiar with the defense and how many clicks it takes you, and then just experience with it, right? So right here again, I'm gonna try to get to the left side of the field now. All right, so with Kaiser, I'm gonna try to go to the left side. Let's see where we go. Kaiser, I'm on my middle linebacker. Now I'm on the linebacker to the left. Now I'm on the outside on the left. So it took 2 clicks. This is something that you need to familiarize yourself with your defensive scheme. All right. So if I ran this enough, I would know. Flick left twice, it's going to put me on Watts. Flick left once, it's going to put me on Bowen. And then if I want to go up, I'll get to my free safety. If I want to go right, it's going to put me on Clark. If I go right and then up, it's going to put me on the right side corner. All right. So again, this is all muscle memory and you playing the game and knowing where you want to go, what routes you want to take away, because this is a game-changing feature in college football, and it's going to be in Madden as well. This feature right here is going to change how defense is played, how defense is created. I'm already creating schemes myself around the switch stick because it's such a great feature, and it's something that is game-changing. So definitely try to get in here, figure out what defense you want to run, figure out how you want to click around that defense, and then start switch sticking. Right analog, you flick it to the right, left, up, down, wherever you want to go. Now, one thing to note, if your defensive player in the pre-snap is blitzing, you cannot switch stick. So if Kaiser's on a blitz, right? A lot of people used to like to blitz their user. It was said that your user would be faster. You cannot switch stick. So as you can see, I'm flicking and there's nothing happening. All right. So that means as well, if you get stuck on your D lineman, you cannot switch stick off of him. You can only press B. All right, to switch your player. So there's some switch stick info. Hopefully you guys take this and hopefully you guys get to practicing. And it's a really big feature and something that you guys will find that's game changing in the game. And it feels so good to bait somebody when you switch stick. It's definitely rewarding. All right, guys, last but not least, if you're just getting into college football 25, there is so many teams in the game. So that means there is so many playbooks in the game that you guys are going to want to go through. I am having a fun time trying some new stuff. But this is where you want to go to look at playbooks, all right? So go to Create Offense. You can click on a team that you'd like to look at, go through their formations, see what they got. As you can see, Air Force is your traditional under center option offense. They have a little bit of shotgun, but again, it's going to be flex bone primarily. So if this is not something you want to run, you go out and then go and search and find some other stuff. So I'll highlight a few cool playbooks that you'll never see in Madden. All right, and one of them is a playbook that I'm using a ton right now. So I'm going to give you a couple just to look at. Tennessee is one for sure. They have these wide formations. So as you guys can see, they literally say wide on them. And basically the receivers line up all the way, pretty much hugging the sidelines. So it's so unique because you're not used to seeing a formation that wide, but it really spreads the defense out. I haven't even got to try this playbook yet. Probably something that I do experiment with, maybe even today. And I'll be streaming on my Twitch in a little bit, twitch.tv/ProblemWright. But definitely something that I want to give a try, all right? So something that you'll never see in Madden, something we've never seen before, right? So something brand new for those of you out there saying Madden reskin. Wake Forest has a slow mesh, okay? It's a slow mesh concept. So basically, think of your RPOs. Think of your RPOs that you're used to, right? Where your quarterback either hands the ball off to the running back, or in a split second, he throws it to the bubble screen on the right side or the left side. What Wake Forest runs is they call it the slow mesh. It's a slower read. So the quarterback you'll see if you go in here, the quarterback will literally hold the ball with the running back to the very last second and then hand it to him or make his read down the field. It's really dope. If you guys haven't seen it, again, you could go in the game and experiment yourself, or you could actually go on YouTube and watch Wake Forest run it in real life. It's super dope to see. They actually have a lot of success with it in real life. It's a really cool concept and something new to football in general, right? And then you have UNLV. They call it the go-go offense, and this is a playbook that I've been running because it just, like I said, it's something new, something fresh, and I want to experiment all these new hot routes and custom stems and all that stuff with it. And it's these formations right here where they have two running backs in the backfield. So you see this duo, there's two running backs in the backfield. Right here, duo slot open. Again, there's just a lot of cool stuff, cool little gimmick plays that you guys can experiment with. UNLV is a dope playbook to go and experiment with, in my opinion. But yeah, get in here, find a playbook that you like, and man, get to playing. Those are my 5 things that I think you guys need to do to start off your college football 25 journey. Hopefully you guys are having fun with the game. I am enjoying it a lot. And yeah, leave a comment. Let me know what playbooks you guys are liking. Let me know what you guys are having fun with as far as the custom stems and creating your own scheme around a custom stem plus these hot routes. It's pretty dope. And man, I'll see you guys on the field. Hopefully you guys have a good one. Catch you on the next video. Peace.